up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're going to be going over our watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, September 9th. Welcome to the brand new week. Hope you guys enjoyed your long weekend. Labor Days is one of the few holidays where the market is closed. Today was a great day to jump back in the action. If you were with us in the morning, we had a couple big bags in the chat, so I want to start there. If you are new to our Tuesday watch list sessions, every Tuesday night we get together and we go over 4 to 5 penny stocks that we think have big potential for tomorrow, or that are lining up with one of our patterns, and it could be lining up with some big potential for tomorrow. And then every night we post it for our members. But tonight, for Tuesday, we're gonna go ahead and dive in with everyone. And what I want to do before I dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to the team, because like I was saying, the chat started off nicely. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you follow us, because check this out. I got to give a good shout out to these 3 snipers for coming through clutch today. So it's always super nice to see the wins come in, especially early on the week. So big shout out to the sniper team for the inspiration. For us, we're actually all cash tonight. So we're going to go ahead and dive into 5 stocks that we're just watching. The first 2 that we're going to talk about are 2 OTC breakouts. Okay, we love to play the OTC breakouts when they're lining up with the sniper checklist. IPATF and KRKNF are both OTC breakouts that held the breakouts into the close, so we are watching for potential continuations tomorrow. On the right side here is IPATF. As you can see, it broke out of that 152 spot, and it didn't really get much of a push, but it did close a penny above the breakout. So this one is just, one to watch for tomorrow. Again, the volume really wasn't there, so we stayed away. And then KRKNF, another one just to keep an eye on. And this one actually got news. They partnered with the Navy for $36 million, and they ended up breaking out of their multi-month resistance of 47, and it held that 47 spot and actually created support above at 49. So again, here a very nice 1-year breakout, but the 1 day 1 minute was not lining up here. The checklist has to have majority of the things checked off for us to really love it, but these are breakouts now and they are holding their spots. So let's keep an eye on both of these OTC plays, IPATF and KRKNF, to see if the volume could actually come in tomorrow morning to get these things moving and get the actual push that we want to see these things do. The next one on the list, it's another OTC play, and that's basa, B-A-S-A. And this is basa's 1-year chart over here on the right side. As you can see, it is a beautiful breakout, and it had a nice continuation day, but now we believe that this thing has come up way too much, too quickly. As you can see at the beginning of last week, it was in its 20s, down here at 25, and today it ended up hitting 97, so almost 4 times in a week. All right, really no significant news. The stock clearly has promoters and pumpers in it that are trying to keep this stock up. However, we think that this is starting to get overextended, and we see a really big pullback coming. So for this one, we will be eyeing this one for a panic dip buy if the sellers come in tomorrow. Now, this one closed weak, but it didn't close red. So sellers may not step in right away, and if they don't, if this one does hold and get a push tomorrow, this actually has key long-term resistance at 113. This does continue. We're actually going to have this on a high short radar tomorrow, as it'll be tough for it to continue after a 3rd green day, especially when it has some heavy resistance up there at 113. Okay, so for basa, we're actually watching this one in 2 ways. If it does spike, we're going to look at that 97 resistance it made today, and if it gets rejected there, we'll start looking into the short. Or if it continues, it has 113 resistance where we're looking into a potential short. These past 4 days, it's offered good range. So it's shown that it could offer good potential. It just has to have volatility on the day. And for the volatility to come in for the panic dip buys, it's usually best in the morning. The next one on the list, NWBO. This is actually another OTC play. So as you can see, we love the OTC stocks. And NWBO was the OTC breakout that we took huge advantage of last week. When it was breaking out of this spot, we actually anticipated the breakout here of 42. We bought it at 38, and we were able to ride this up. As you can see now, this one actually continued after we sold. We went ahead and took the bag the next morning up here in the high 40s. As you can see, this one pushed up all the way to 79. So huge potential here for NWBO. But, we take the predictable move. This is actually a $1,000 win for us. We don't think it could hold up here anymore. It did create nice 60 support, But when that 60 cracks, we think that this one could get a really big panic dip buy as well. So for NWBO, we are looking for a panic dip buy in this stock as well. Again, 60 has held as a nice support, but if that cracks, the next key support is down there around the breakout of that 42 area. So that would be awesome for a panic dip buy. That is the ideal spot we're watching, in the low 40s. So NWBO, let's see when the sellers will finally come in. And then last but not least, guys, we actually got a listed stock. So for our listed junkies out there, we got a NASDAQ stock to close us out. We always like to have one wildcard pick of the night. Our wildcard pick for tonight is Next NEXT, and we have it on here as a potential short. So this is on our short radar. The reason is it's closing up 76% with no significant news, and this one rarely holds its first green days, especially when they're big first green days like this. More multi-month resistance up here at 285. So those are two key spots that it's coming up to where we think it could have some trouble. So for next, if it gets any kind of spike tomorrow, we're going to use those key resistances as our risk points. If it gets up to those points, we'll be watching closely for a potential short, as this one started the day in the low ones, and we think it'll be back there by the end of this week. Thanks for tuning in. We got a short week this week. It is already Wednesday webinar. So excited to dive into that. We got a new week to talk about our biggest win, biggest learning lessons of the week. So we'll make sure we see you guys there tomorrow night. For everyone else, we'll see you guys here next Tuesday. Much love, my snipers. Talk to you later. Sniper Nick out.